Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that there is a basketball player who is said to almost rival Steph Curry in shooting? A man that was also in the Western Conference. A man who was also an undersized point guard. His name is Damian Lillard. And Post 2K has made a video about the legend of Dame Time. Now, I'm not one for theories, but I believe that if there is a parallel universe, Dame Lillard is their Steph Curry. Let me stop yapping. Hey, appreciate you for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get into the video, man. Run my intro. Alright. I appreciate you for joining me. Welcome to the Legend of Dame Time by Post 2K. You know when it's Post 2K, we gotta tune in. Now, let's not do too much talking. Go ahead and get into the video, man. Appreciate you for being here.
Has there ever been a celebration in the NBA colder than Dame Time? I mean, sure, we've got LeBron's iconic silencer, MJ and Kobe's patented fist pump, and even Steph's Night Night has surged as one of the most popular celebrations in the game today. But Lillard's Dame Time just hits in a way that not many others do. It's cold, it's calm, plus the fact that the celebration is directly tied to game winners and clutch moments is what makes it so legendary. It's not loud or flashy, it's just a simple tap on the wrist to remind you of what time it is. Dame's one of the greatest players of our generation. Even without a title, he's been able to build a legacy with moments and shots that are immortalized into the game's history. So without further ado, I introduce to you the legend of Dame Time.
Was it this far? 37 feet.
Bro, this nigga Dame, like, when it comes to, like, my favorite basketball players, I got Bron number one, right? I got Bron number one. I probably got Ant two. I'm going lie. Kevin Garnett is probably number three. Dame is probably number four. And number five is probably Kobe. I ain't gonna lie. Right. And it ain't nothing against everybody else. It's just like growing up, I didn't really watch a lot of Kobe and everything like that. I won't sit here and lie to you. So I didn't really, I can't say I was enamored by him and everything like that, like everybody else was. Just because I wasn't watching him, you know? But that's no disrespect to him and his legacy and everything like that. But yeah.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
That's crazy. I just got hit with a crazy ad and I blacked out. I'm so sorry. I was not paying attention.
It's 2014, round 1, game 6, Rockets versus Blazers in Portland with 0.9 seconds on the clock.
This was low key. Like when he said the birth of Dame Time, he could not have picked a better shot. This was the birth of Dame Time. I can't lie to you, bro.
Trailblazers have the ball down by 2. A miss would send this series to a game 7 in Houston. A 2 would send it to overtime, but a 3 would win the series.
Look how nonchalant he's acting.
Wait. There's a backstory to add to this. See this guy running towards the ball? That's Damian Lillard, last season's Rookie of the Year, who was entering the playoffs in 2014 for the first time in his career, and he was immediately thrown into the fire. Standing in his way was a loaded Rockets team led by superstar.
Look at that young Dame, bro. Look at Dame when he young, bruh. He ain't been through the injuries. He just chilling. Pure hooper. Damn, bro. If only this man knew what was to come.
The fire. Standing in his way was a loaded Rockets team led by superstar guard James Harden alongside an absolute force in Dwight Howard. But at just 23 years old, Lillard made his mark, exploding for 31 points in a Game 1 win. The Blazers thrived off the kid's energy, taking a 3-1 series lead before the Rockets answered with a win at home to force a Game 6 in Portland. It was a back and forth nail biter the whole way through, and with just 15 seconds left, tied at 96, Harden drives, pulls it back for a jumper, and it's off. But Chandler Parsons wins the scramble for the rebound and lays in the go-ahead bucket with 0.9 seconds left. The Blazers call timeout, and Game 7 is less than a second away. Portland's playoff demons seem to be back in full force. See, the Blazers have been tortured for the past 14 years. They haven't won a playoff series since 2000, and in what's been their best opportunity to win in over a decade, they're on the verge of going to a Game 7 on the road after being up 3-1 in the series. No one knew who was going to take the final shot. Well, actually, that's not entirely true, because there's one man on the court who knew exactly what time it was.
9/10 left. A 3 wins the series. It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Oh, good! And the Blazers win the series for the first time.
This is a sophomore Dame. First time in the playoffs. First Game 6.
And the Blazers
The birth of playoff Dame was born.
win the series for the first time in 14 years.
The balls to take this shot is actually insane when you take everything into account. In just his second season in the NBA, in his first playoff series, down by 2, Dame shoots a fading 3 at the buzzer. A miss would have sent them to a Game 7 on the road. The pressure was suffocating, but I guess he didn't feel it. The shot hit nothing but net as Dame time breaks Portland's curse. And what builds the legend of this shot even more is the fact that the play wasn't even drawn up for Lillard. See, it was later revealed that in their timeout, the Blazers wanted to get the ball to LaMarcus Aldridge, who was down near the basket. Nick Batum, who was the inbounder, wasn't expecting Dame to run up for the ball, which is why Lillard was clapping his hands to get his attention. Batum realized it, he got the ball, let it fly, and the rest is history. Now, you may have
The nigga said, fuck that game plan. He said, fuck that. Give me the ball. Let me cook.
realized that he didn't pull off his signature celebration after hitting the shot. And that's because it wasn't even a thing yet. It was only in December the following season when he hit a 3 against OKC to send the game to overtime that he pulled out the celebration for the first time in his career, which makes this shot against Houston the birth of Dame time.
The wasted masterpiece.
We're gonna fast forward to 2021. It's been 2 years.
Y'all niggas don't know, bro. Y'all niggas don't know,
Since Dame
bro.
and the Blazers made it to the Western Conference Finals. And after a first round exit in 2020, Portland's championship window was closing fast. It was going to be 2021 or nothing. His opponent in round 1 would be the Denver Nuggets, led by the league MVP. But with Jokic missing his second best player due to injury, the Blazers have a real chance to pull off the upset. And with the series tied at 2 headed up to Denver for a pivotal Game 5, Lillard knew what was at stake, and he left it all out there. The first quarter was relatively quiet, however. He scored just 7 points and the Blazers are down 13 entering the second. He has to turn up. And of course, he did. He started feeling himself with a tough finish off the glass, followed by a pull-up 3 on the fast break, plus the foul. And then he splashes down a 30-footer to give him 11 in the quarter and get his squad within 3, entering halftime. Back out for the third, he was still sizzling as he sizes up Austin Rivers in the corner and bottoms a buttery sidestep tray in his face. Rivers can only shake his head. Less than a minute later, same spot, same result. The mesh barely moved as he's up to 20.
It's like you're right there. You're playing tight defense. You're getting good shot contests. But the nigga's still making them. What do you do? What do you do? Made 5 threes, coach. Coach, I don't know what to do.
27 points and 5 threes headed into the fourth. Jump to the 7-minute mark, down 7. Dame runs a pick and roll at damn near half court and walks straight into a 3. 2 minutes later, he rattles home another to give Portland the lead with 5 minutes remaining. Austin Rivers is starting to lose his mind. And that would continue. There's 30 seconds left and the Blazers are down by 4. They desperately need a stop to pull off this miracle. And who else but Dame to come up clutch? He picks Austin Rivers' pocket, goes the length of the court, and finds CJ McCollum in the corner to cut the lead to 1. Monte Morris goes to the line for Denver and makes both free throws to push their lead to 3 with 12 seconds left. And I think you know what time it is.
I nigga waved them all off. Y'all know who's taking the shot, nigga. Us.
Damian Lillard, the late game assassin, strikes again. Wow.
You shouldn't be surprised. An absolutely filthy sidestep triple over Michael Porter Jr. sends this one to overtime, as Dame time is up to 38 points and 8 threes on the night, and he's just starting to catch fire.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With
Ain't gonna lie, yeah, you look like Anthony Fontano, cuz. No, he did not. That's crazy.
Down by 9 with 2 to go in OT, Lillard scoops home an and 1 layup. Down by 8, he cashes a logo 3. Down by 5, a smooth step back is laced. Then down by 3, he lasers a spinning fadeaway 3 that probably should have been an and 1 to tie the game with 6 seconds left. This was the ultimate definition of Dame time. Just watch the reactions from Denver's bench on some of these shots. They can't believe what they're witnessing. He's up to 50 points and 11 threes.
Like, when a nigga is, like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I was playing basketball and everything, I was young, and it won't never, like, I was in an actual game or anything, right? But, like, that's not to say, like, I didn't know what I needed to do and everything. But I can just imagine, like, you get back to the huddle and it's just like you don't know what the fuck to do. Everybody else sees this shit. You know what I mean? And it's like you can't be mad. You know what I mean? Because it's like in basketball is a different sport. You know what I'm saying? In football, 1 or 2 niggas. You know what I'm saying? You got 1 or 2 niggas on defense. Hey, bro, we gotta win this game. All right, like I got you. You know what I'm saying? They lock in. 1 nigga on basketball, it's 5v5. 1 nigga cooks. Swing the ball to him. Swing, swing, swing. He makes this shit, and you got to sit there and watch this, and you like, what do you like? How are you going to watch this and be like, what are we going to do, bro? This nigga cooking a cuh.
headed into double OT. The man came out the gates with speed, laying it in to go up 2, then on the next possession, he launches a moonshot from 31 feet and banks it in. Dame can't miss. He's in a different type of zone, as that shot gives him 55 points, while also setting an NBA playoff record with 12 3-pointers. The very next possession, he pulls up for another, but it's no good, as Austin Rivers literally thanks God that Lillard finally missed. And the Lord worked his magic.
That nigga, that motherfucking heat check tricking their ass. I ain't gonna lie, bro. A heat check in a basketball game is crazy, bro. Because that nigga keeps hitting it, keep passing it to the nigga until he misses. You know what I'm saying? And it's like niggas will really do that. Y'all remember that time we watched that video and like they fouled? No, they fouled this nigga so he could keep shooting at the free throw line, right? Because he was cooking them on rebounds. I think it was Steven Adams. I think Houston did it. No, I think it was OKC. I think OKC did it, right? Against Steven Adams. They fouled him so he could keep going through the free throw line. And eventually because he couldn't make free throws, they just put him out the game. And since he wasn't out the game, that dominating force led them to get a W, which is actually kind of crazy. Like the game plan of these niggas like go through to try and like just shut down one nigga is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
That was all Dame was able to muster up. Despite his heroics, Portland lost the game by 7.
You see what I mean, bro? Because it's like y'all should be able to get the nigga a better team. He just put up 50 on 12 3. And y'all telling me y'all can't get a team that can score 7 points beside him? That's crazy, bro.
Subsequently losing Game 6 at home to get bounced from the playoffs. But that shouldn't take anything away from his masterclass. 55 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 blocks, 12 threes on 70% from the field and 70% from beyond the arc. It is quite possibly the single greatest playoff performance we've ever seen in a loss. In fact, I want to take this a step further, because in the fourth quarter in both overtimes combined,
Ain't gonna lie, who y'all think got the better performances and losses? Damian Lillard or Devin Booker? Come on now. Devin Booker done dropped some high points and some losses. All right. I'm just saying.
Lillard went ballistic for 28 points on 10 of 13 shooting and 7 for 9 from deep. Now get this, the rest of the Blazers roster scored just 18 points on 6 of 27 shooting and 2 for 14 from 3. The team failed him. The Blazers would end up missing the playoffs the following 2 seasons, then ship the face of their franchise off to Milwaukee in 2023, officially making this Dame's final playoff masterclass as a Trailblazer.
Dame, look here, bro. As a nigga that fucks with you heavy, gang, shout out you, man. All right. No, the streets won't forget you, gang. All right. The streets will not forget the playoff performances you gave us. You gave us the game winners. Cause that I ain't gonna lie, that championship run is over, bro. The Achilles is gone, Dame. Now shout out you. You know what I'm saying? You've been regressing the last couple years, but I was like, nah, bro, it's Dame time. It's Dame time. I think Dame's time might really be up this time, y'all. Ain't gonna lie. Gonna lie.
One that was all too symbolic of his situation in Portland. A wasted masterpiece. There's 15 seconds left. The game is tied at 115. Damian Lillard has the ball with the series in the palm of his hands. If he can find his shot, he'll send the Thunder home and make history for the second time in his career. But that's not it. There's actually a lot more that went into this moment. It's 2019. The Blazers are third in the West entering the playoffs, as high a seed they've been in the Lillard era. If they're ever gonna seriously compete for a championship, this'll be their best shot.
And it's not even like the niggas was straight buns the whole time. Like, yo, the Trailblazers had some solid times. They could have low key made a run. I ain't gonna lie. But they just didn't because they didn't surround this man Dame with like people he could rely on. And fuck you, Portland, because you the niggas that did that. All right.
And in round one, they're set to face the Paul George, Russell Westbrook-led OKC Thunder. Not a walk in the park to say the least. In fact, OKC swept Portland 4-0 in the regular season,
Damn.
with a fair bit of trash talk between the two-star point guards. This series had the makings of a war, and it took no time for both.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was like a quick, short-lived rivalry. But hey, that Westbrook versus Lillard rivalry was kind of cooking. I ain't gonna lie, cause that nigga Westbrook gonna bring that heat every time. That nigga Dame was gonna bring that heat every time. I'm telling you, bro.
Guys to get into it. In game 2, Dame gave Russ a light shove and he falls over trying to sell the call. Then in the third, Lillard forces a Westbrook miss to which he flexes and claps his hands. He then demands the ball up court and pulls the trigger on a 32-foot three right in front of Russ, bangs it, and yells, "Bombs away." Portland goes up 2-0.
That's
In game
crazy.
3 though, Russ responded. He swats Dame's layup, screams at the crowd, and the two get to jawing at each other. It would continue in the third as Russ drills an and one jumper over Lillard and hits him with his patented rock the baby celebration. And then for his final act, he drilled a three right in Dame's mouth late in the fourth as he then points and trash talks him. Westbrook was letting him hear it. But if you know anything about Lillard,
Now we look at this years later, both these niggas still got ring. Shit crazy, bro. Like, yo, would you really think about it? We had a solid era of guards, bro. Like, think about all the guards we had. We had Victor Oladipo, Jeremy Lin, Dame Lillard, Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, Brooklyn Nets, D'Angelo Russell, Kyrie Irving when he was on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that 2010s? That 2010s had some of the best some had some of the best football, basketball, whatever you want to name it. It had some of the best sports. I ain't gonna lie. Give me one sec, chat. All right, give me one sec. All right, now we don't got too much longer with this video. I'm gonna try to not do too much yapping and let it play out. All right.
know he's not one to run his mouth. So after responding in game 4 to take a 3-1 series lead, Dame let his game do the talking back at home.
Lillard. Ferguson on him. Here's Lillard, little turnaround three is good. Just 5 for 33 and 5 for 28. Schroeder on him, shot clock at 4. Lillard goes, oh, what a finish! You gotta force them to foul you. Nice drop on. Oh, nice beats, because we saw that throughout this series, especially in the third quarter, game 4. Lillard looking for a foul, he buries a 3 anyway.
Russ was real quiet now. 34 points and 6 threes in just the first half is nasty work.
Ain't gonna lie, I know I'm doing it. When it comes to a battle of like good guard versus good guard, it just comes down to who's him. You know, who's really him. You know what I mean? And like when it comes to guards, we low key see it. Steph is him. When it comes to shooting, Dame is a close second. But like you want a nigga that's gonna do everything, it's probably Kyrie. I ain't gonna lie. Kyrie is probably like my number 6. Like probably top favorite player ever. I ain't gonna lie, number 6. Probably Kyrie.
And I mean, you can say he was taking some pretty questionable shots, but when they're going in, are they really bad shots? Entering the third, the man still had takeover activated as he cashes in a 33-foot nuke 17 seconds into the quarter. Paul George didn't even contest. He can't believe he pulled from there. Dame was butter with 42 points and 8 threes through 3 quarters. Yet Portland is somehow entering the final frame down by 2. But there's no reason to be worried. We know what time it is when the fourth comes around. With less than 5 to go, down by 8, it became that time. Lillard bangs a 3 with Schroeder all up in his grill. And then with 35 seconds to go, trailing by 2, he attacks the rim for an acrobatic reverse layup to tie it up. Russell Westbrook comes back down to answer, but he can't get it to go. And the Blazers will have the final shot.
Shot clock is off. Portland has a timeout. Lillard, a chance to send the Thunder home.
Y'all know what he about to do, nigga.
Lillard, long range.
I'm thinking touchdown parlays all season.
Niggas gave me an ad right before he did that shit.
Dude, I'm taking the over too. I think it's going to be a shootout.
Overs? Cute. I just
Bang.
It's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard! Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, that's a bad shot.
That is a bad shot, right? A 36-foot step back fadeaway 3 over a dude who's 6'8". Well, I mean,
Is that a bad shot, chat? Or you just saying that because the nigga looked your shit? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know how
I
that
guess
shit
it
went in
isn't.
either game.
This is Dame time. This is what he does as he ends OKC's season and ruthlessly waves goodbye to Westbrook, PG, and the entire Thunder franchise. Oh, and that shot also gave Dame 50 points, on top of 7 boards, 7 dimes, 3 steals, and 10 threes.
It was almost
while
like a
becoming the
quadruple
only
double.
player in NBA history with 2 series-ending buzzer beaters. When it comes to clutch shooting, the man is in a class of his own. I mean, it's one of the greatest game winners ever, point blank period, especially when you take in the aftermath. Because the shot not only ended OKC's season, it sent them into a rebuild. 2 months later, Russell Westbrook's illustrious career as a Thunder came to an end as he was traded to Houston, while Paul George was shipped off to LA for an absolute haul that included Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and a boatload of picks, in which one of them became Jalen Williams. A series of events that reshaped the landscape of the NBA was sparked by one shot. For Portland, they went on to defeat Denver in the second round before getting swept by the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, in what is the deepest playoff run Dame has ever made. In an era where a player's greatness is too often defined by trophies and rings, Damian Lillard managed to build a legacy without any of that. He's defined by his game winners, series winners, and even franchise daggers. To be nicknamed as the guy who will undoubtedly show up in the clutch takes a special type of player, and there's only one: Dame time.
35 feet away from the basket. You know what I mean? It's a tough shot.
And I'm like watching the time behind him, and it's going down. And I see him sizing me up, like, so I'm like, I know this nigga's not about to shoot this shit from here. Bro, the whole time, I'm like,
Lillard, long range 3. It's good! Lillard steps back, fires, puts it in again. It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Oh my God! Good! Lillard, this is for the win.
Will you please state your full name and present address for the record, please? Speaking to the microphone.
Dame time.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Legend of Dame Time. Make sure you like, follow, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. It's your boy Ash. I appreciate you for tuning into the video. I appreciate you for sticking with me if you're here to the end. I really do appreciate it. I got more videos coming throughout the week. With that being said, it's been your boy Ash. Appreciate y'all for being here, man. Peace out, bro.